Hello there. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your host, Ekta, and thanks for joining me on Interlink Radio social handles. आज की कन्वर्सेशन आज की बातचीत बहुत ही खास because I'm joined by Dr. Anju Aggarwal from Sydney. She has received a very prestigious award, GP of the Year Award, which is awarded by RACGP, that is Royal Australian College of General Practitioners. It has over 40,000 members from across Australia, and इस बार का ये award मिला है डॉक्टर अंजू अग्रवाल को. Thank you so much, doctor, for joining me. First of all, many congratulations. कैसा लग रहा है आपको? How do you feel after getting this award?
Thank you, Ekta. Thank you very much. And also thank you for such big introduction you have made. And I'm absolutely humbled and honored to receive this award. Thank you for that.
How does that feel? I mean, for a layman, for a common person, common man, GP of the year, सबसे अच्छा, सबसे प्यारा GP, वो होता है ना, सबसे प्यारी teacher, सबसे अच्छा GP. What does this award mean to you? And how did it all happen?
Look, I mean, I don't know how it happened. Don't know the answer to that question though. But I suppose, I'm encouraged by this award as well to get the award. Obviously, whenever anyone gets the award, I think they feel more encouraged to work even more or do more of everything they're doing. So, so as you might have read or that this is the award given by the College of General Practitioners, RACGP, and it has it's given to, I'll read it as it says. So it's given to, or is presented to a GP who has demonstrated excellence in primary healthcare provisions, outstanding commitment to the general practice profession, and significant involvement in training and continuing professional development. That's about the award. So I'm absolutely very honored and humbled to receive this, this prestigious award. But that is about the award. Yeah.
What is that one thing that motivates you? Doctors, kitni tough life hoti. You are so busy, people calling, then there are different things to do. You usually very busy. So what is that one thing that motivates you, that keeps you going?
The last few years have actually, when you say it's very tough, they have been very tough for each and every person all over the world, they have been, as we all hear, they have been very tough and unprecedented times. I don't think there is a single person in the world who has not been touched by the sufferings of, COVID and other atrocities in the world in the last few years. And same about all the health professionals. It has been really tough, but usually, there is this motivation which keeps you going. So, for me, it's pretty much the same. And I would say, the one big thing, when you ask one thing, the one big thing is actually the respect and the trust of my patients, absolute, the way I get the respect. And that is one big thing which keeps me motivated to keep going. They say that, you love what you do. And, I am a GP for the love of the GP. So for the love of the general practice. So, that is one of the big things which has motivated me. But absolutely, there have been very hard times for most of the people in the world and most of the health professionals. And that's where we are. Yeah.
This award, GP of the Year award, it's a highly prestigious national award. Has this award, like after getting the award, has it changed you in any way? What has changed?
I think I have probably been more motivated, and probably it will encourage me more to do what I love doing. So yeah, so it's when anyone gets the award, obviously it's a huge motivation for them to do what they normally do. So so it will encourage me even more.
Yeah. So, we all have always heard, to be a doctor, you have to study a lot. Even parents usually, when their child, if he wants to be a doctor later on in life, they say, "बहुत पढ़ो, अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो." You have to study a lot. So, when you were studying during, when you were preparing to be a doctor, what has always been your success mantra? Was there anything that you used to stick to, that this is what is going to take me ahead?
Look, when you are young, I suppose, you half the things you're motivated by your peers as well, after you do HSC. So whatever all your friends do, you do that. And in my times when I did the HSC,
Yeah.
that was just the way people did. Most of the
Yeah.
the girls or my friends, they went in medicine. So and I always wanted to go in medicine. So the whole batch of us, that's where we were. And so that was one of the things why I chose medicine. And I always from the very very, I would say, young age, had that sort of knack of working with people, working for people, and just a public person and people's person. So that was probably somewhere which was hiding in me, which I wanted to do. And yeah, so that was why I chose to be a doctor, I suppose. Yeah.
So, do you come from a family of doctors?
My father, he was a solicitor, and my mother was a professor in mathematics, and then she became
Oh,
principal. I married a pediatrician, and now our eldest son, Nav, is hand surgeon in Sydney, and the younger one, Ashwin, is doing medicine at UNSW.
doctors, क्या डॉक्टर्स को भी इंजेक्शन से डर लगता है? When you were preparing to be a doctor, आपको भी डर लगता था इंजेक्शन से?
Look, injection is a very small part of the whole surgery. So
Syringe,
maybe I
yeah.
was when I was little. Yes, maybe I was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Mhm.
now you're a doctor, getting this highly prestigious, very, very special award, GP of the Year award. So, I would, really want you to tell us more about go deeper into the challenges that are faced by the health professionals here in Australia, especially for the last 2-3 years. It was difficult for all of us, be it in any sector you are, but especially for the healthcare workers.
Yeah. I mean, there is no profession which is without challenges, and there have been a lot of challenges faced in the health profession as well.
Yeah.
And when you ask about, what are the way I deal with the problems, so and what are my mantras, you can say. So the way I have learned, I have been a general practitioner for more than 20 years now. So the way I have learned with the problem solving is to break the problem in the little parts. Doesn't matter how the big problem is, you break it into little parts and then try to find a practical solution of each of those parts and then prioritize them. And by doing that, one can solve almost every big problem. And that's something which I have learned in my profession of all those years, how I solve the practical problems or any big problems which I have faced. And I will obviously like to share it with all of you. So what I do.
Yeah.
Yes, that has been one of my mantras. And uh, if you would like me to give any message to the listeners, I suppose there is one most important message which I will talk, is to make sure that we all look after ourselves. That is the most important thing. we need to, we need to look after ourselves to be able to look after others and to care for our loved ones.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long time to do simple things.
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, as you might have heard, that the recommendation is we should try to do half an hour exercise at least 5 days a week. So
Yeah.
that makes 150 minutes a week is the recommended one. And in our busy life, sometimes it's very hard to think, okay, I will do half an hour exercise today. And there is just no time. So what I say is, okay, let us take very baby steps. Okay. So 15 minutes is all I ask, 15 minutes in 24 hours. And you just tell yourself, look, I will not try to find an excuse for those 15 minutes, and start with something really simple, 15-minute exercise. And in those 15 minutes, do whatever you really like doing. So in those 15 minutes, if you have a bike, just go on the bike. Or if you don't have anything to exercise, just go, just walk around the block, run around the block, or anything which you enjoy. You can even, what I do sometime, I'll tell you what I do. Sometime when I don't have time, in those 50 minutes, I put the music on. I mean, and I just, I just do vigorous exercise with that. I actually dance, so that's what I do. I'm a classical dancer, so I do
That's
Indian dancing.
lovely.
So,
What
and
form of dancing? Sorry to interrupt, but that's quite interesting. What form of dance do you do?
so Indian classical Kathak.
Wow, lovely.
So but you don't need to know dancing. All you do is put the music on and just do any dance moves which come to your mind when the music is on, and that will help your body, mind, and soul. So it just gives you such a refreshing feeling after those 15 minutes of vigorous exercise. It doesn't even need to be vigorous. It can be as your body allows. So 15 minutes of any exercise, whichever you enjoy doing, start with that, and you will find that your life will change. 15 minutes eventually will automatically become half an hour, because when you're doing it in the moment of doing, you tend to do a little bit more. And that is really good if they become half an hour. But if you do not have time, just do 15 minutes every day without any excuse.
Oh, lovely. Did you ever think that you would, if not a doctor, you would have been a Kathak dancer? A professional
I
Kathak
don't know.
dancer?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe so.
How lovely. Lovely. Do you ever get time to watch some Bollywood films, Hindi films? Do you ever make time?
Oh yeah. I love Bollywood films, and yeah. So we all have our favorite heroes and heroines. So, but I mean, obviously, I love the old movies more than the new movies.
Okay.
And yeah. But I love the Bollywood movies as much as the other movies.
The reason why I'm asking you this is something actually was, it was coming in my mind, that do you really actually sometime do you feel connected to the films that are made on doctors' lives, like Munna Bhai, MBBS, Dr. G, films like that, that revolve around medical students' life. Do you ever feel connected somewhere to these films, or you just
I
watch
think
and
I
forget?
used to. I think I used to see these movies more when I was a uni student, I think.
Oh, okay.
But now, I enjoy the non-medicine films more, which
Okay.
which takes me a different variety, different part of the life, like
Okay.
Three Idiots, which I love,
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
and those jolly movies. So I like all sorts of movies. I like more the movies which are more, I suppose, fun-loving rather than serious movies,
Yeah.
and more in which there is a lot of dancing. So those type of movies, which are very light and fun-loving.
Lovely.
Because
Lovely.
after 3 hours, you want to feel more fresh, rather than sad.
Yeah, I know. I know. It was such fun talking to you, doctor. Thank you so much for joining me and wearing this pretty red color to brighten up the interview, today's chat.
Thank you, Ekta. That was really nice, and thank you to all our listeners as well.